Peace, brothers and sisters. Hope you're all alright. The thinkers. Okay, we came to you today with another funny story, and I keep advising everyone, especially the Sunnis, look into your own belief, please. Just look into it. Just don't be lazy. Please don't be lazy. Because if you believe in all this crap, there's something must be wrong. Something must be wrong. So you should wake up. Stop calling me names. Stop doing all that for a second, alright? Because that's not very important. I don't really care. I just delete your delete your comments. You're not hurting me with those. Really, you're not. What I advise you to do, instead of taking the time and writing that text, alright, or comment, alright, use that time to do your own research. Trust me, it doesn't take long. It really doesn't take long. Just to prove to you that whatever you believe in is so confusing, it's so dark, it's so sci-fi crap, right? Alright, I'm not the one who's saying what I'm saying, alright? Just listen from your own people, you know, your own people. Because it's just, I don't blame you guys. It's not that easy to actually start doing research with and then obviously you go to your imam and you try and ask your imam, right? Or someone in your neighborhood, you're going to ask him about your belief. So he knows better than you, okay? So you go and ask him. But he's part of the problem. He's brainwashed as well. You see, it's the same thing, repeat. But let's just have a quick look, right? How hadith contradict another hadith and contradict everything. Contradict the Quran, contradict logic, contradict your eyes, your ears. Just listen. Let's just listen, right? Remember that hadith about the Isra wal Mi'raj, yeah? Okay, let's just listen.
I had a last question. She said she's been told by somebody that there are two prophets who are alive in the heavens and two prophets who are alive on the earth. Is this true, Sheikh?
This is not true.
So she heard the question, yeah? That woman heard the question. Someone told her, because hearsay ideology, right? That there's two prophets are alive up there in the sky and two prophets dead on earth. Okay? And as a quick example, what you guys do, right? You go and ask him, yeah? That question is to him, to your own imam, to your own people, to the same source, yeah? So just there's only one source, you think, yeah? And that's the biggest problem. That is the biggest problem. There's more than one source.
The Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam during the journey of Al-Mi'raj ascended to the seventh heaven and all the way to Sidrat al-Muntaha, and he met in each heaven some prophets. He met in the first heaven Adam alayhi salam, and in the second prophet Yahya wa Isa, John and Jesus. And in the third he met prophet Joseph, Sayyiduna Yusuf alayhi salam, and in the fourth he met with prophet Idris. Then in the fifth he met with prophet Harun, Moses' brother. Then in the sixth he met with Sayyiduna Musa, prophet Moses, peace be upon him. And in the seventh he met with prophet Ibrahim. But these prophets also prayed behind him in the journey of Al-Isra, where in Jerusalem, in the farthest mosque, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala liberate the entire area and bring it back to the pen of Islam and Muslims, Ameen, in our life. Allah make it come true. So all the prophets, besides Isa alayhi salam, are being buried on earth. Some of them.
He's saying Isa is still alive. Okay, he's saying Isa's still alive because they believe, you guys believe that Isa is coming back and Al-Mahdi al-Muntadha coming back. You believe in the Dajjal, right? You believe on this crap. That is crap. That no one's coming back. There's no Dajjal coming back. There's no Mahdi coming back to save you. And there's no Jesus coming back to save you either. Right? There's no Jesus coming back. Jesus is dead. Isa's dead. No one is coming to save you. You got to save yourself from these people, this ideology first. Right? Then you understand the truth.
Graves are known, but they're all dead, including Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Innaka mayyitun wa innahum mayyitun." And there is a hadith in which the Prophet sallallahu
That's a challenge as well, yeah? A challenge. This is a challenge. I'm actually giving the Sunnis a challenge. Just for you to know that, yeah?
said 100 years from now, no one of those who are alive will be alive afterward. Meaning, after this 100 years, there will not be a single person who's been alive there will live afterward.
That's the hadith, right? I knew this before I knew the hadith. Every 100 years, the whole generation just changes. Right, it doesn't need to be a hadith, but it doesn't matter.
The prophets.
Jazakallah Shaykh. And she mentioned here Prophet Isa as well, especially. Is there something poignant there, Shaykh?
Prophet Isa alayhi salam was elevated to heaven. That's different. But she mentioned that there are a couple of prophets here and a couple of prophets who are alive there. No one.
So Isa was elevated up there. And Muhammad, when he went up there, he saw all the prophets, yeah? Up there. Seventh heaven saw Abraham, innit? It's not me saying that. I'm just analysing what he's saying. So Isa wasn't dead, so he was elevated. But all the prophets are elevated, isn't it? If they're in heaven. If they're in the heavens, right? They're all elevated, aren't they? So not just Isa, is it? I'm just saying.
Is alive, including Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Jazakallah Shaykh.
Okay, now we stop here. Stop here. We stop here, right? Just want to put his face because I have to look at their faces.
All the way.
Okay. Now, you heard that, yeah? Now, I challenge you now, right? I challenge you with another hadith, yeah? This is your own ideology, yeah? So don't come to me with any, excuse, right? This is from your own sources, yeah? So go and check them out. اعتقاد, listen, let's read the hadith first, yeah? عن أنس بن مالك أن النبي قال مررت على موسى ليلة أسري بي عند الكثيب الأحمر وهو قائم يصلي في قبره. This is the hadith, yeah? This is all the hadith, all of it. There is no any other thing. So he said before he actually went to Jerusalem that night. Remember that fake night, yeah? Right? He saw Moses standing praying in his grave. So how are you going to tell me not physically? I don't know how you're going to explain that, but you don't need to explain that. Let your I always call them your masters because they are. I'm sorry, but they're your masters. I can't explain it any other way because they're masters. They tell you something and you believe it. And this is min i'tiqad Ibn Hanbal. This is the belief, right, of Ibn Hanbal, right? إن الأنبياء أحياء في قبورهم يصلون. That means all the prophets are alive in their graves and they pray. Right? And قال ابن تيمية الأنبياء أحياء في قبورهم وقد يصلون كما رأى محمد موسى في قبره ليلة الإسراء. وقال السخاوي, you know Sakhawi who that is, نحن نؤمن ونصدق بأنه محمد حي يرزق في قبره وأن جسده الشريف لا تأكله الأرض والإجماع. This is أجمع عليه, right? That means what he's saying, right? Ibn Taymiyyah, this is the top clerics, they call him Shaykh al-Islam. He says all the prophets, right? All the prophets are alive and they might be praying, right? Like the Prophet Muhammad saw Moses in his grave, right? I don't know how Muhammad saw him in his grave, right? Because I really don't know, because I think a grave is under earth, isn't it? So I don't know how. It's got some vision there. All right, and then he saw him standing, praying. That means his grave must be like a mosque or something, because I don't think you can stand in the grave. But let's just because I don't know. You always trying to explain a hadith. You always try to explain it. And you don't explain it, you actually get your explanation from your masters. But this is your masters here. What are you going to do with this masters now? That's what they're telling you, right? And then this Sakhawi said, we believe, this is al-ijma', yeah? Was agreed on. This belief he was agreed on, right? This is when they tell you ijma'. Let's use the ijma' against them now. We believe, right, that the Prophet Muhammad, he's alive in his grave, and he eats and drinks and all that alive, and his body, right, still intact and stays intact, right? Nothing will happen to his body, right? So, if the prophets are alive in the grave, and they are alive in that hadith, right, they are alive up there, right? Because they're alive up there. So where are they? What are the prophets? I mean, you don't even agree about where they are, because in one hadith you're saying they're up there and the Prophet Muhammad met them all, and in another hadith which is sahih, right? Sahih, okay? They're actually buried alive in their grave and they can stand up and pray. So which one is which? And then when you use this verse, right? This verse to prove the hadith, your hadiths, right? And this verse, it's not even, it's not talking about the killing at all, or dead people. But let's say they are dead people, yeah? Let's see, who are they, these people, right? When God said, وَلَا تَحْسِبَنَّ الَّذِينَ قُتِلُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أَمْوَاتًا بَلْ أَحْيَاءَ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ يُرْزَقُونَ. So God here is talking to the martyrs, right? Not martyrs, or let's just say this verse talking about the martyrs, right? The people who died, right? People actually, people shed their blood, right? Because you think the word قُتِلُوا here is shedding blood, because you think when you die, right, that's the only way you die for the cause of Allah, is by taking a gun or sword and slashing flesh and seeing blood in it. That's what you think, but that's the last thing Allah wants from you. That is the last thing, right? That is the last thing that Islam advises you to do. The last thing, when you ain't got nothing, and only when you're defending yourself. 100%, nothing. You can't even do anything else, right? That is the last thing. But all the killing, in what you read killing in the Quran, they're not literally killing. They're not actually talking shedding blood, right? And the word kill, the word qatl, it doesn't mean shedding blood. It's to stop something, to stop it. That's the meaning of the word. But every time I hear that word, they're using it, it's shedding blood. It's blood. We martyrs. You think martyrs just the ones that get killed with a sword or something like that, innit? Or gun or something, or blowing up themselves or something, yeah? But that's not the truth, though. Islam doesn't. This verse, right? Let's just say he's talking about the martyrs with like that, they're killed by someone else, right? So this verse here is talking about the people, right? The people that have been killed as martyrs, right? According to you. So what? The Prophet didn't die like that, did they? So the Prophets didn't die like that. So this verse is not talking about the Prophets, because the Prophets dead a good life. None of them was killed. None of them was killed physically. They shed their blood. None of them. Because you believe that the Jews killed the Prophets, like literally killed them. Are you mad? Do you think the most powerful, we send prophets and messengers for people to kill them? What do you think Allah is? Why do you think He sent them in the first place? To spread the message. If God's going to send someone they're going to kill, why would He send it? I mean, this God must be stupid, or He's wasting His time, really. When He said, قُتِلُوا, they stopped them from spreading the message. They stopped them, they shut them down, and they kicked them out. That's what Solibu is. That's what Salabat for Quran is. They kicked them out. This is it. They cut all the relations with them. Do you know what I mean? That's what it means. Even their family, even their parents and all that, they cut them off and they kicked them out. That's two things they done to them. They cut them off and then they kicked them out. That's it. That's what they done to them. They didn't kill them. And this here is not talking about the people that shed blood. This is people doing da'wah. People spreading a message, right? When people shut them down and cut them off, right? They think these people are dead. They think these people are not, they can't eat. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't eat because they've got nowhere. We cut them off, that's it. They can't eat now. And then they're not alive, they're almost dead. And God is here, Allah is saying, they're not dead, right? They are not dead. You stopped them, you cut them off, and you've done all that to them, but they are not dead. They still eat and drink and they're alive. So you didn't really hurt them. That's what the verse is saying here. But to you, it's everyone like blood, qutilu, kill, qatl, kill. That's what you gave Islam a bad name, because this hadith is simply, no one is alive, man. This is in the Quran. No one stays alive, man. And some people say inda rabbim. Do you think inda, the word inda, I mean, where do you think inda is? Do you think inda is where God is? Where God is? What are you talking about here? Inda here. That means you think this is a place. Inda in the Quran, inda, it's not a place. You have to understand how you read your Quran, the balagha of the Quran, man. It's got its own language. Don't mix everything up and come up. I mean, even your prophet, right? The prophet Muhammad, right? You've got a hadith said, لا تجعلوا قبري عيدا وصلوا علي فإن صلاتكم تبلغني حينما كنتم. Let's forget about the second part. Let's say, لا تجعلوا قبري عيدا. That means don't make my grave into a monument so you can go and worship. This is your own prophet is telling you that. What do you do? Every time you go to Mecca or Medina, what do? You go straight to his bloody grave. And you start touching the doors and wiping all the, you know what I'm saying, all the doors. You don't even see it because you're not allowed in, right? You're not allowed in. But you outside the door, all that, once they open that shrine, right, people go running in the mosque. Running, pushing each other and all the screaming and that, in the mosque. See, you don't even listen to your own hadiths, man. You don't really do that. You believe in some and you disbelieve in some. Exactly, that's what you do to the Quran as well. That's why you're neither here or there. You're just stuck in the middle. Unfortunately, there's a lot of shirk in it. And there's a lot of kufr in it as well. A kufr bi ayatillah. That means you don't believe in some verses of the Quran. And that's kufr as well. I mean, it's terrible. It's really terrible. Idol worshipping all the way, man. Idol worshipping all the way. All the way. Number one, top, up there. Shirk. Up there. You know, your own masters, they tell you that. Prophet Muhammad legislates. I mean, please, man, wake the hell up. Honestly, wake the hell up, because when we talk about God, about Allah by Himself, you get pissed off and calling us kuffar and that. And there's an ayah, man, there's an ayah telling you that, telling you people will do that. Don't just wake up, man. Honestly, when we say we believe in Allah, you go crazy. It's like you have to have Muhammad in there. Like we don't believe in him. Like we don't believe he's a prophet and a messenger or something. Like we saying that he's not a messenger or the prophet. We're not saying that. We're saying leave him alone, man. I feel sorry for the prophet, man. I mean, he's done all his work and he's done his work perfectly, and then you came up with shit like that when he died. It's just not right, man. It's really not right what you're doing to the prophet. or to Islam. It's really not right, man. All these books are for nothing, just to take you away from the truth. But I don't think you want to know the truth. That's it. وإن أكثر الناس الحق كارهون. It's just a verse, but most people don't like the truth. Most people don't like the truth because they want to carry on. They want to carry on going about life like oh, go and look for money and cars and houses and all that, and buy land and things like that, and you can do that. You can do all that, right? You don't have to stop living after believing in the Quran only. It's the opposite. You have a better life. You have a better life, mate. You will have the happiest life ever. I'm telling you, mate. It's no better feeling than that. No better feeling than that, man. And I was a Sunni. Anyway, peace out.